Hey everyone. So today I am joined by a Peachtree City legend, Quincy Brown, a former pastor of ours. Quincy, how are you?
Doing well, Connor. It's good to see you.
Good seeing you. So Quincy, really just wanted to sit down with you and have um, a conversation on what's going on in our country and in our world, in all honesty, and just get your perspective, kind of on where you see the church going, as well as what we as students can be doing
Sure.
uh,
Sure.
during this time. So I guess my first question to you would be, how can we start having um, genuine conversations about race in our student ministry?
Sure. Sure. So that's an excellent question. Um, I don't think there's a magic pill to this. I don't think there's a secret sauce to it. I think part of it is you just got to have conversation. Um, in order for authentic conversation to happen, you kind of have to know what you think. And if you get triggered, like if somebody says something that makes you nervous, or your insides begin to rumble, or you get upset, uh, you've got to have some discipline to say, okay, what's going on within me? Because rule number one, nobody can make you upset. Okay. And so if somebody says something that makes you upset, there's something in you that got triggered.
Mm.
And it's more about you than it is them. And so, how can you find a way, number one, to deal with what you're feeling and what you're experiencing? And so, when a conversations around topics like race, the number one issue that students have to face, and adults too, is fear.
Mm.
Fear and vulnerability. And am I going to be judged if I say the wrong thing? Um, I don't know what to say. So it's best not to say anything. Will I offend somebody by saying the wrong thing? Or am I comfortable enough in my own skin that I can do some reflecting to say, I've never really thought about that? Or do I get defensive and say, okay, that's it, I'm done? And so part of it is, if you're going to have a conversation, do you have the ability, the capacity within yourself to be honest with yourself, number one. And number two, invite that same type of honesty, knowing that disagreement does not mean demonization.
Mm.
Okay. If I've got a difference of opinion, wonderful. God's made me different, and different is not deficient. And so, do you have the courage enough, even if you're afraid, do you have the courage enough to say, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, and then be willing to receive what somebody else is feeling or thinking that might be different than what you perceive or experience?